All right, guys, everybody, do me a favor. Look to the left, look to the right. Who's going to be the next millionaire in this room? Why are some of you not raising your hand? Why didn't you raise your hand? No, the guy right here with the half hair. Half of it's shaved, half of it's growing in the back with the blue shirt. Okay, guy right there, right there. I'm looking right at you. Okay, when I ask you who's, no, right to the next to you. You guys got to look at a finger. Do I have retarded fingers? Okay, hey, I asked who's going to be the next millionaire. Do you have $1 million cash in the bank?
No, sir.
Okay, when I asked who's going to be the next millionaire, why didn't you raise your hand?
I just said yes, sir. I didn't raise my hand though.
No, I know, but see, it's the extra that people don't give. So will you guys take some notes today as I talk to you? Yeah. Is that cool? By the way, I don't want you to be me. Just so everybody's aware, I didn't come here to be like the cool guy. I came here to tell you guys how to change your life. Is everybody cool with that? Yeah. Okay, everybody cool with like, let's get real for a minute. Everything in change, everything in growth starts with honesty, and it starts with looking in the mirror and owning your. The play that you're currently running in life, who you've become today at this point in life is the life that you have right now. And so like, if you don't want to listen to me, if you have pride, ego, or entitlement, that's cool. But like, just don't complain when you don't change. Okay, I was the guy that literally, and I asked that question because I like to see how people move. See, I wanted a different life so bad, I really didn't care what anyone else thought about me. I just wanted someone to teach it to me. I wanted to be around people that were winners and doing big because I was never around winners and people that were doing big growing up. Who can relate? Raise your hand. Look, I mean, just look around, look at a lot of you guys. I mean, dude, listen, I want to tell you something. I run a 9-figure business right now. I won't give you the numbers, and that's net. I do really well. I have a life right now that no one ever in my life imagined that I could have, and probably at a young age, I didn't know either. But then I realized there were two things. Guy in the red shirt, pay attention. You're looking that way, stay here. Watch, I want to tell you this. Distractions are the reason why you're not making it. Listen, you're not going to like everything that I have to say because I tell the truth. I tell the truth. I didn't come here to try to motivate and inspire you guys, and then in a week from now, that all wears off. I came in here today to tell you tactically how to change your life. Is everybody cool with that? Yeah! Okay, so when I see someone not paying attention, the first thing that I say, the reason why that guy can't make it is because he's saying yes to the wrong things, and then he's saying no to the right things. Look, you have to go through a season of saying no. Everybody right now, the distractions in your life, the disconnect, the phone. You guys wake up on a screen, you go to bed on a screen. Am I right? Dude, that phone is a tool to make you money. That phone is a tool to get you rich. A lot of you, that phone is the biggest, fakest distraction in your life, and you get endorphins from that instead of getting endorphins and putting millions in the bank and changing people's lives. Dude, when in 1999, I got a job selling cars. That was my vehicle. Everybody, your boat is solar. Am I right? Right. You know what I've given to been in the solar industry? In 1999, that shit wasn't around. Nobody told me to go do that, but I was just like a lot of you guys. My mom left when I was 2, 5 brothers and sisters, Jerry Springer shit show. I never had more than $5 in my hand at one time, and honestly, I didn't believe in me. I mean, dude, I was a loser, full-blown loser, okay? I wasn't proud of anything that I was doing in my life, and my dad said, get a job and stay out of jail. Dude, I didn't have anyone to look up to. My entire bloodline, my family, 350 to 400 pounds. I just want you to think about it for a minute. Can you recreate your DNA in your family? Can you change your bloodline? Can you in this room be the bloodline breaker for your entire family? See, that's what I want. See, guys, I'm here to tell you, I'm going to talk to you today about how to be the greatest salesperson in the history of the world, but I'm going to tell you this. Sales doesn't matter if you don't become a leader. Salespeople that have commission breath, that go to door with scripts and pitches, fail. People that become leaders, people want to pay attention to those people, and if you're a leader, you can lead people through the process and get them to where you want to go. Am I right? Right. So what is my goal? My goal isn't to teach you how to sell. My goal is to teach you to become a leader. And if I can teach you to become a leader, what is the greatest, scarcest resource in the world right now? Leadership. If it's scarce, people will pay for it. So how can I make all you guys increase your value to make you worth more money right now? Simply turn you into a leader. If I can make you a leader, that guy, I said, you want to be a millionaire? The reason why I said that and I stopped, and when I say, see, I'm a person that I'm super direct. I have 100 people in my company. I built it about 3 or 4 years ago. We've grown faster than anybody else, not just in income. On social media, we get 150 million views every 30 days. You know why? Because I say that people are thinking, but they don't have the courage to say. Okay, so like when I see the guy in the red and I said, hey, pay attention, stop looking. I'm not trying to call you out so that you feel like embarrassed. I'm trying to say, hey bro, I'm trying to save your life. Right? Like when you veer off, your attention, your ability to be able to focus on something in front of you and get it done and attack it, nobody wants to get in front of something that won't stop attacking. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna have to become a relentless hard worker, attacker, but you also gotta become a leader. Now, my biggest goal with you guys today is to tell you that in this world, I said scarcity. The greatest resource in this world is leadership. It's scarce in the home. It's scarce in companies. It's scarce in this world. It's scarce in your family. Okay, so your goal, I'm gonna give you 3 things that are gonna make you the greatest leader in the world. I'm gonna walk these things to you guys. And by the way, there's 2 rules to business. And in this room, this whole next hour, these 2 rules will be talked about the whole time. Rule number 1, don't ever let anyone else know your business better than you. Right now, what do we know about the solar industry? We know that the last 2 years were amateurs running around in every area of the world, and people do not like people knocking on their door anymore because they sent the amateurs first. Am I right? Okay, was that you? No, okay, so what does it matter? So my goal is, do we know, I said, don't ever let anyone else know your business better than you. What does that mean? Don't ever let anyone else know your customers better than you. What do your customers want? Who do they want to show up at the front door? Do they want a pro or do they want an amateur? Okay, can I ask you a question? Do pros know how to speak? Do they have effective communication? Right? When they talk to people, right? Do they inspire them? Do they motivate them? Do they raise their standards? Do pros have a high level of human excellence? What do amateurs have? It's very simple. Flip it. Amateurs don't know how to talk. Amateurs don't know how to speak. Amateurs don't believe in themselves. Amateurs are there. Leaders live for something bigger than themselves. Think about the words I'm telling you right now. Leaders have a vision that's bigger than just themselves. Amateurs don't. Salespeople want the next check. You guys want to go through the next, listen, I'm going to explain this to you really quickly. And by the way, I may tell you something right now, and you can relate with this big time, but if you're super young, you won't relate with this. I am 44 years old. 18 years old to 39 years old, I was stressed out. You know why? I never had a good leader. You know what they told me? Sell, 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 sell. And you know what? I was just telling my workout partner on the way here, I've been on commission since I was 18 years old. I've never had a salary job. I don't understand what that means. So every day I come in, what do? I hunt. What does it mean to hunt? To stay hungry. I eat what I kill. Does that make sense? Yeah. So when I go to work, I eat what I kill, I stay hungry, and I hunt. And if I'm not hunting, I'm not making money. How do I know how to make money right now? I hunt. Okay, everybody in this room, if you're broke right now, you can have money in a week. You're in an industry, you can go hunt right now. Salaried people can't go hunt. No matter what they do, they get the same paycheck in the break room as that guy and that guy, no matter how much more they give. But in this business, when you give more, you get paid more. When you care more, you get paid more. When you learn more, you get paid more. When you prepare, you get paid more. When you become a leader, you get paid more. Oh my God, you guys are all freaking lucky. These chairs, all these chairs in this room, those are $1 million chairs. Those are you guys are occupying $1 million chairs. Plus, that's your chair you're sitting in. The question is, what are you gonna do with your chair? Let me tell you what I did. And that's why I pointed to the guy in the red. I was 18 years old, and I went to my first event. I spent $1,000, I'm going back 25 years ago, guys, 1999. It was a Grant Cardone, Zig Ziglar, some other deal event. I just wanted to learn. I listened to some of these guys talking and go, oh my God, if I could talk like that, I could close everybody. I need to be around people like that. I didn't have anybody like that in my life, so I paid to go get close to these people, right? I paid for proximity. Everybody write this, cut the check for speed. Anytime that you can cut a check to somebody to help you speed things up, cut the check. Okay, that's the biggest hack in this world. By the way, if you don't have the courage to cut the check, it means you don't think you're worth it. That's why you're never gonna make it. That's why I'll cut the check, because I know I'm worth it. You'll never out-earn your own self-worth. I sat in that room, I paid $1,000 to get in it. At that time, I was making, I don't know, $4 or $5 grand a month. That's a lot of money. I freaking cut that check, and I was so crazy. I'm in a room, there's 500 people, and I remember this guy gets up, and he goes like this. He goes, All right. And he was going through different industries. And most of the room was automotive because that was my industry at that time. So like they were speaking to automotive dealers. And they were all automotive salespeople, right? Just like there's all solar salespeople. I don't care what you do in here, y'all sell. All solar salespeople, but it was a room full of automotive people. And the guy goes, who in here right now is proud to be a car salesman? I remember it like it was yesterday. I'm 18 years old and I go, yeah, woo! And I looked around and nobody else did it. And that's the reason why today at 44 years old, I have $100 million and none of those other guys do. I'm gonna explain to you really quick, I messed up here. I messed up here. If I can teach you today to not mess up here, I just saved you guys 21 years. Write this down. Rich life and get rich. You have to do both. I feel like sometimes I killed, listen to me, you guys need to understand what I'm saying here right now. What makes you great? Stress, pressure. If you were gonna make a human being, if we were gonna make a human being in this room right now, and we were gonna make one, would we want him to be a weenie or would we want him to be strong? Okay, so would we put him under pressure? Yeah, so pressure is good for you. But the problem is if you have pressure and you don't have purpose, you end up getting burned out. Does that make sense? Okay, so what no one ever told me here is that I could have, see, I never identified what success meant to me. Because I'm a broke guy with money today, see, I'm a broke guy. I honestly am sitting up here, I don't care how much money's in my bank, I feel like somebody's trying to take it all away from me today. I feel like somebody's trying to bankrupt me right now. I feel like, and nobody's even after me, but I feel like they're after me. I run with the healthy paranoia. I've done this since I was 18 years old. I work like someone's trying to take it all away. You can't beat someone like this. By the way, the problem, why my life is rich now, and I don't mean with money. I mean I have a rich life. At 39, my wife goes, Andy, quit being one-dimensional. This is what I'll tell you today. What is important to you? Do you guys have a family? And I mean like wife, kids, what's important to you? Mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, do you have a family? Do you want to be healthy? Do you want to look fit? Do you want to look in the mirror and be proud of yourself? Yes or no? Yes, okay, do you want to be close to God? Do you want to have a good relationship with Him? Yes. Okay, who in here's got kids? Raise your hand. I was putting all my energy in this area. My wife goes, stop being one-dimensional, Andy. You're built for this, dude. You can put the same energy in work, in your family, in your health, in God, and and as a parent, you can do it all, bro. Who trained you? Who programmed you? And I would always tell her, babe, but you don't understand. My mom left in, she goes, shut up. Shut your mouth. I need to tell you, I am your wife. My job is to make you great. I married you, you were a project, okay? I knew what you were capable of. I've seen it the whole time. And that's what I'm gonna tell some of you guys. Nobody in this room knows what's inside of you but you. I knew, man, I knew. I had people make fun of me as a kid. I didn't get to sit at the cool table, okay? Those people now, they got ass lives and we're flying on a private jet. Listen to me, I'm super happy now, but I figured it out at 39. And I want to tell you today that your number one goal is this, is to live a rich life. What does that mean? Do you need to spend time for yourself at 5 a.m. in the morning, waking up, going to the gym, taking care of yourself, giving 4% of your day, which is 1 hour, to physically taking care of your body so you can give the next 23 hours to everybody else? Yes or no? Yes. If you don't do that, you're gonna regret it. You're gonna freaking think about me 10 years from now when you didn't inspire anybody. By the way, being a leader, step one, self-leadership. You guys are all gonna get an opportunity today to show how you can lead yourself. You wanna make more money? Show up to somebody's door not leading yourself. Show up to someone's door. Tell them that they should make an exception just one time for you when they can look at you and say, nah. You don't do it yourself. You want me to do something I don't want to do, but you don't want to do. Listen to me. Karma's real. It's real. I'm going to tell every single one of you, if you got weakness in you, my prayer to you and my prayer to myself is every day, God, break me in my weaknesses. I know, I'm just as human as you. I cry. Okay? Real men, a lot of them are hurt. They cry. I'm human. It doesn't show weak, it shows vulnerability. I actually am after something bigger than myself. Dude, I wish that you guys could see what was on the other side of this decision. that you guys could make today if you want to change your life. I wish I could show you. I wish I could get an iPhone and I could just play it for every single one of you and say, see this? See this? This is you in a year from now. See how you look? See how great your relationships are? See how much your customers look up to you? See how every one of them, there's nothing even to overcome or object. They just say yes. You know why? Because they've never met anyone like you before. You see this? See, this is called leadership. And by the way, just so everybody's aware, this will flow into every area of your life so that your family, your friends, yourself, when you look in the mirror, do you got to be proud of you? How many of you in here, you're working as hard as you can, but you're not giving anything to yourself? Jim Rohn, which is Tony Robbins, y'all know Tony Robbins? Yes. Jim Rohn, which is Tony Robbins' mentor, right? I would study. Tony Robbins is a badass. His badass leader was Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn said you got to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. It's the trick, and people don't know that. And so a lot of you in here, you're like, I got to be the hardest worker. Hey, I'm all cool with you giving 12 hours a day to work. Hey, I'm cool with you giving 15 hours a day. I'm cool with that. But I'm going to ask you a question. Are you filling your cup back up for yourself? Because if you're not, and you're not taking care of yourself, and you're not looking in the mirror, and you're not proud of you, you're going to burn out. And by the way, is the goal in here to make money for decades or to make it for the next year? Decades. See? They didn't teach this. And so when I said to the guy in the red shirt, when I jumped up and I said, I want to make it, I had something inside of me no one else could see, but I saw it. You know what I was really looking for my whole life? I didn't want to fit in. They don't make statues of the haters and the critics. They don't make statues of the people that fit in. They make statues of the people who don't fit in. You guys feel me? So if you guys want to go out in the world and you guys want to be liked by everybody, you'll never have a statue made of you. You guys got to decide what is worth dying for. You may say, man, I thought we were talking about selling solar today. I'm talking about kicking some real ass. I'm not trying to motivate you. That's going to fleet. I'm trying to tell you that your discipline you create, your routine that you build in yourself, your mind, the greatest responsibility in your life is to take control of your thoughts. And most of you in here, when I look at you, I can tell you don't like who you are, you don't like where your life's going, and because you've either programmed yourself and you've self-sabotaged yourself, you're in a bad circle full of ass people, or you're plugging into the wrong. And today, we are responsible for ourselves. And by the way, I was talking to someone the other day, and they said, how do I get my wife, not trying to scratch the stage, trying to turn this around, but we got some janky-ass wheels. We got this badass building. We got a $2. I'm just kidding. That was a joke. I'm going to buy him a new whiteboard. Selena, order him a whiteboard. All right, on it, done. See, I love you guys. Okay? Now my point with you guys is that your goal is I'm going to reverse how we're going to do sales training. Is that cool? Not sales and then leadership, because that's what they teach first. I'm going to teach you leadership, then sales. Okay, can I give you simply how sales is really quick so we can talk about how important this is? Okay, sales is helping someone make a decision to help themselves. Okay, can somebody write that down? Just because I know you're not going to remember it. What is sales? Helping someone make a decision. What are they going to make? A decision to help themselves. Okay, what do we do in sales? We help people, right, get the courage to make a decision today, now. Do we want them to make it tomorrow, tonight? No, now. We're going to do it now. Am I right? This is a now business. Also, what else do we do in sales? We keep the client's goals. Whose goals? We keep the client's goals at the center of the decision. Are we going to ask them to make a decision? Damn right we are. And if we go to ask them to make a decision, what will they make the decision based off of? Their goals. Okay, now would you agree that a lot of people in this world don't know what their goals are? You know, a lot of you right now, I told you, my definition of success was having my wife have paid off cars, have a beautiful $1 million paid off house, right, in Oklahoma. That was a lot of money back then because that's where I lived, and have money in her purse and know that our kids are good and they can buy cars they already had saved up in their bank account when they go to college. That is not success. You know what success is? My wife admiring me. You know what success is going home and my wife looking at me and go, I love that guy. I see you, I see what you're doing, I see you're helping people, I see you're a good man, I see you're making a difference. I ran for 21 years and she didn't see those eyes, but she knew one day I was going to change. And I'm going to tell you guys this, listen, that dude's dead. At 39, I made everybody write this down. When my intentions change, everything changes. When my intentions change, my bank account changes. My relationships change. I change the way I see myself, right? Like, everything changes when your intentions change. Also, another deal, I used to come home at night, and you know what I did? I complained about my job. You know the fastest way to make sure that your family doesn't support you? Go home and tell them something bad about your company. I did it for a long time. Dude, I can't imagine my wife waiting on me all day long, being amazing, thinking that this amazing man that she gave her life to was going to come home, yet I come home and complain. What a life. I promised her the ride of a lifetime. You're all going to be in a relationship with somebody at some point, so if you're not, you better listen up and listen well. That's success to me coming home, and it's my job to bring special energy to my family. Whose job is it to motivate your family? Mine. It ain't someone else's job. You want the neighbor to motivate your kids? You want the neighbor to motivate your family? You want the neighbor to motivate your wife? Or is it your job? Yeah, you want the neighbor to motivate your girlfriend? You want some other guy in the gym to motivate her? You want to come and say, hey, babe, I met this guy, Jake, in the gym. He really gets me fired up. What? Well, all I hear from you is how work is. You don't come home and fire me up. Dude, listen to me. Like it or not, okay? Your partner you're with wants the same you got, which is why you got to take your family with you on this journey. You need to explain your dreams. Hey, babe, listen. See that house? See that house? You like it? 1 year, I'm going to knock on the door. I'm going to say, how much? And I'm buying it for you. Give you my word. Give you my word. I won't break this. No false promises today. I give you my word. We're going to go through this together. And I'm going to work my ass off, but I promise you I'm going to become a better man. Because I know this. When I become better, I don't want things to get easier. I want to get better. And when I get better and I can do the hard that no one else wants to do, and I can wake up every morning and keep my promise to myself, keep my word to myself, and I can be good to you guys, dude, we're going to kill it. This is the secret to life. This is how you sell solar for the next 5 years. You literally have millions of dollars in the bank. Your relationship's on fire. I'm going to give you a little secret. If a person is just as good as me, and they're sitting here with me, let's say I'm a freaking psycho competitor, and I'm going to whip everyone's ass. And this guy is a psycho competitor, and he's going to whip everyone's ass. Or she is. But my home life is better than him, and my personal life is better than him, and his isn't. I will destroy him. Everybody listen to me. Your personal life will determine how much you sell. It's a fact. Show me a person right now that goes and fights with their girlfriend, has turmoil at home, that comes to work every day killing it. I'll tell you something, you can run for months, you can run for a half a year, you might even make it a year. But eventually, when you crash your family, there's going to be this massive hole in your heart, and you're going to hate yourself. What did you do? You went back to day one. You guys want to start over? Don't take care of your family. Listen, it's okay to be the hardest worker in you think your wife wants to look up to a badass or a loser? Yeah, you think your girlfriend wants to see you be a badass when you get home or a loser? A badass. And so my goal is they want to see you win. My wife's like, dude, and by the way, when she told my wife goes in when I was 39, she goes, I've learned to live without you. You work all day long. I've supported you. I've given you everything you wanted. You come home and you're still on your phone. You're still messing around. I gave you 12 hours to get done. 12 hours I gave you to get done. And then you come home and you don't freaking spend 20 minutes intentionally with us. Come on, man. I didn't sign up for this. Okay, I could have been rich on my own. I don't need you to make me money. My wife's very independent. She's like, dude, I didn't get with you to go make money. I got with you so that I could marry this badass dude and we were going to go this badass journey. That's why I said yes. Come on, that's what I want. She goes, and the kids? Look, dude, our kids don't need hours with you. Give them 30 minutes of intentional time. Put your phone down, go play with them. Dude, go make memories. They'll love you for that. They've been waiting on you. Come on. See, that was the buckets I wasn't filling. And some of you right now, you're not filling those buckets, and I'm telling you, and by the way, there's your immediate family, and then there's your mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, and everybody else. I'm going to explain this to all of you. My family, even though they have very small mindsets, when I got out and started kicking ass, they still made fun of me. Your parents, your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandpa, the hardest thing that I see that people have to overcome in solar, working in solar, is their families say about them. Listen, dude, they made fun of me selling cars. I made 125 grand at 18. The most money that any one of my families ever made was 60 grand a year. And at 18, I passed that. Didn't you think everybody would be like, oh my God, good job, Andy, good job. In the beginning, it was like, oh, Andy's got a job, this is cool. But then once the boats, the Corvettes, the houses, all this started coming, everybody started saying, oh, who does he think he is now? Dude, I'm gonna tell you something. Never take advice from someone you don't wanna become.
That's right.
Listen to me, never take advice from someone you don't wanna be. Next time somebody says something to you, ask yourself, do I wanna be this person? And if you don't, you better be real careful about what you listen to. I do not want to be my father. He's a pushover. I love my dad, but I don't want to be anything like him. I don't want to be anything like my mom. You need to decide who do you want to be and who don't you want to be. Some of you right now, you're on the track to become the person you actually hate. You're doing exactly what they said. My mom drank. I see people say, my dad was an alcoholic, that's why I drink. Dude, I can't believe you're giving into that. That's like saying your dad beat the hell out of you. Now you got to beat the hell out of your kids because he did it to you. Shut your mouth. Dude, it's all here. Dude, you can either be sick for good or sick for bad. See, the cool thing about sales is that I'm delusional. Keep the client's goals at the center of the decision. What am I good at asking? What's important to you? Okay, I'm gonna ask some common sense questions. Does everyone in this world want to save money, yes or no?
Yes.
Everyone?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Number 2, is everybody gonna pay for energy their entire life?
Yes.
Are you showing up at their door convincing them to use energy? Everybody, listen to me. Are you showing up convincing them? If I'm a door knocker and I'm like, man, I hope these people want to use energy, they're already using it. They're already using what you're selling. That's like me talking to a room full of people that pay for coaching, knowing that you pay for coaching. I'm going to dust every coach out there so you'll pay me because you're already a user. It's like, who's got the best crack, right? To a group of crackheads. Can you convince them that your crack is the best? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Who's going to do that? The leader. The leader does it. When the leader talks to you, the leader doesn't doubt themselves. The leader doesn't second guess themselves. The leader has massive certainty. The leader lets people borrow the courage to say yes. The leader's cool. The leader's quirky. The leader's fun. The leader's confident. The leader has self-esteem. Right? Guys, this is what the leader has. The leader, everybody write this down, moral authority. God, if I could get you to just get one thing in this room today, moral authority. You know what moral authority is? When someone walks in the room and you go, I don't know who that is, but that guy's got it. I don't know who she is, but she looks like she's someone who's a boss. I don't know who that person is, but I can tell they're in charge. You can walk around, you can go into any room and you can look around and you can see who's in charge and who's not. Am I right? The eyes are the window to the soul. The eyes tell it. Everybody listen to me. You want to win? You start by changing your eyes right now. Literally, and the leaders see things a different way. The leaders have a different perspective on life. See, the way that you see things and the way that I see things are two totally different things. Do we live in the same world? Yeah? Who's in charge of your life? You? Who's in charge of mine? Me. How can I tell me that I can't get what that successful person has? Only me can tell me that. Everything is up to me. My perspective, the way that I see things, most people need a shift in perspective and a shift in lenses. The way that you see things. Remember I told you guys these were $1 million chairs? See, question is, do you believe it? Not did you, yes, sir. Yeah, we're in $1 million chair. You don't believe that. If you believed it, you would be making $1 million right now. See, there's this thing that lives in every one of you, and no one else can influence it but you. Everybody understand this. You are your own coach. You're your own drill sergeant. You get it? It ain't me. You know, when Luke got up here and he goes, I feel like Andy's right here in my face. No. I've told Luke some things that reminded him of things that he really believes in, and then he's became his own drill sergeant in his head. But he has a coach that tells him, hey, listen to me. You know what you're capable of. You know that what you're doing now, you're built for way more. You know that this isn't just about the money. This is about all the clients that you help. You know that your goal is to know this business better than anybody else. And you know that the customers are sick of dealing with amateurs. You know, Luke, that you have to become a better leader every day. You know, Luke, that they can tell whether you're actually taking care of your family or not just by the conversations that you have. You know, Luke, that I don't care what core values are on your wall at the office or at home. Luke, when you speak to someone, the core values flow out of your mouth and they can hear them. When you talk to somebody, you should be able to give them a piece of paper and say, hey, I want you to write down, and I'm going to give you $1 million if you can do this. Write down the core values you think that I have on my wall at home. And based on the conversation you had with them, they should be able to write down those core values because of the conversation you had. That's a leader. Listen, and by the way, being a leader, this conversation with you guys today will make you more money. But you must do it at home. So I call this, you must become the unit at home, in your community, and at work. Listen to me, from now on, from this day, everybody write this down, from today forward. I'm gonna give you guys all permission to change your life today. Just like I gave myself permission, by the way, I reset every day. Every day I go through this process again and again and again and again and again. And I want to tell you something, just so you're aware, I asked you if we were going to make a human being. Would we put them under stress? Would we put them under pressure? We'd put as much as we can on there so not little entitled babies, and we make them strong? Yeah, we wouldn't make it easy. Nothing in your life that you have right now that you appreciate and you're grateful for came to you easily. Am I right? Dude, this is the secret. From this day forward, everywhere you go, you will always leave people better off than you found them. Some of you listen to me right now. This isn't about solar. Solar is what's going to pay you a lot of money. It's who you become in the solar industry and who you become that will determine the quality of your life. Everybody write this down. The quality of my life will be determined by the level of my leadership. The quality of my life will be determined by the level of my leadership. My leadership will absolutely determine the quality of the life that you have now, the one that you have now, the relationships you have now. Everything is because of your level of your leadership. Now, I'm going to give you a little secret, okay? All these things that we're going to sell, all these things that we're going to convince people to do, all these beautiful things when we're at the door or in the home, people need to look into our eyes and they need to see something they haven't seen from anyone else in the world. And I'm going to tell you a secret. This is so beautiful. COVID hit. I couldn't be more grateful for COVID. COVID, people had to wear a mask, stand 6 feet apart. People are made for communion. Am I right? People are made to be together, but COVID ripped everybody apart. That's why customer service is dog shit. That's why when you walk into a Starbucks and you go to pay, it flips around and it says 20%. You're like, for what? You walk into a restaurant, they don't even help you, and then they're like, and then the tip is already included. Like the value of hard work and valuing people has disappeared. What does that give us? Are you ready? In a sea of mediocrity, there's pockets and windows of excellence that you can become rich in. You want to be rich? Right now in solar, with the worst solar companies in the history of the world, still trying to survive, still trying to hire as many bodies as they can to send them out in the world, to sell, to learn scripts. F all that. Who you become will determine how fast this company grows. When I look around this room, there should not be a title. Leadership isn't a position. Leadership is a skill of influence. Leadership, and anything that is a skill can be taught. If I can teach it to you, it's a skill. And if you see me do something, can you learn it? Yes. If I move my hand like this, you're like, I want to move my hand like that. Move it then. Take it, still it. Learn from people. Still the way they think. Look at people. The world's your library. If you know what you're looking for, it'll give you what you're looking for. These people, all they've seen since COVID is people who don't care. People who are wearing them out. People who are at the door. Nagging people. But never relationships. Transactional is dead. This is about relational. I want you to do me a favor. Everyone that I talk to from this point forward, whether I make a sale or not, I'm changing their life. You say, well, what, Andy, I'm not a motivational speaker. My ass, you're not. Do you want them to fall in love with you? Do you want them to give you more time? Do you want to earn the right for them to do something they normally wouldn't do? But guys, if they look at the numbers and it really honestly doesn't change much, but they're like, you know what? I like you, I'm in. That's how life works. I bought my wife a Ferrari for Mother's Day, a new Ferrari. Dude, I paid another 25 grand more because the guy, I liked him. You don't think that this happens? Dude, listen to me. It's time for a revolution right now. What does a revolution mean? If you look it up, it says radical change. You need to change. Don't complain if you don't take what I'm saying seriously right now. Don't open your mouth, never bitch again. You are sitting in, and if you sit in for too long, it stops smelling. You just walk around, you stink. And some of you know people that have been in this office, and they walk around in every corner, they're telling somebody something that's wrong in this company. They're telling everybody something that's wrong in this market. They're telling everybody something that's wrong in this economy right now, and they're complaining about what's going on in their life. And instead of solving their own problems, which is how we get paid to solve problems, they can't even solve their own problems, so they're not solving anybody else's problems if they're not getting paid. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, moral authority. I'm going to go back to that. Moral authority. When you go to someone's door, I just want you to do me a favor. I want them to look at you for a minute, and I want them to say, I don't know who this person is, but by the posture that I see, by the way that you're holding your hands, by the energy that I see in your body, I feel vibes coming through my front door, and I haven't even said hello to you yet. I feel the way that you're talking to me, you're speaking to me with familiarity. I don't know you, but for some reason we're three sentences in, and I feel like we've known each other for a long time. Why am I having a conversation with this person like I have with my sister that I was born with? Moral authority. When you become the greatest version of yourself, you'll never lose. And then it just comes down to never quit. Every day. This isn't a meeting today that we should go do this today and then tomorrow we go back. I'm going to give you the greatest advice you've ever had, and I want to see if you can take my challenge. If you can, I just made you rich. Rich in your wallet and rich in your life. You ready? Never change back. It's very simple. You can never change back. If today in this room, I've told you there's 2 rules to business. Rule number 1, try to figure out, don't ever let anybody else know your business better than you. And then rule number 2, try to figure out how to kick your own ass every day. What I've talked to you about in this room today was to find some holes in your life, in your game, in things that you do. Am I right? Did you see a couple today? Okay, can I ask you a question? Do you want to get paid a lot of money?
Yes.
If you do, can you solve your own problems? Can you? Can you, yes or no?
Yes.
Whose responsibility is it to solve your problems? Can I ask you a question? Who in here has got a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife? Okay, everybody look around. See all these hands? They can't make you happy. Your wife can't make you happy. Only you can make you happy. And you can't make her happy. I'm giving you guys an opportunity in this room as individuals to build a new identity for yourself. If you really love your family, it's not, I take care of my family and my family takes care of me. No, it's I take care of myself for my family. See, a lot of you, this is why you're not growing. Because you're giving everything to the other person, you're not giving anything to yourself. You guys haven't been working on yourself. It's the secret to life. If there was a secret that I could give you, it's to every day grow and then never change back. Dude, the reason why I'm growing so fast, I just hacked it. I figured out what I did from 18 to freaking 39. I would learn something, go to a seminar, go to an event, and then look, guys, proximity of the people you're around, your behavior is so true. If I'm around you and you complain about your family, if your wife hangs out with people that complain about their husband, she'll complain about you too, because that's the power of who she's around. Does that make sense? So what do you need to do? You need to go home and you need to bring home a new you. You want to change her? You go home and you change you. You be a new you. You want to grow this business? You want to be the next leader in charge? You change you in this room. All of a sudden, people are like, dude, have you seen the way he's walking? Have you seen the way that she's talking? Have you had a conversation with her lately? Holy, dude, she's on another level. What do people want to be around? People on another level. When you go to their doors, who do people want to say yes to? People on another level. Dude, you got to be something they've never seen. And by the way, when you walk back out these doors, you're going back into the world. Do you guys get it? Do you know who owns the world? If you believe in God, who owns the world? The devil. That's his world. And every one of you in here have been sold a lie. You've been sold a lie by this world. Dude, listen, here's the rule, okay? If you believe in God, you're God's DNA, he's your father. Tell me you can't be great. Secondly, you create your own economy. You create your own reality. You create it right here. Everything in your life, what you're thinking about is what you're getting. I knew I was going to be rich, so I'm rich. I knew my wife was going to be crazy about me. So everything that I do is make sure that I can make her crazy about me. I make her fall more in love with me. Oh, and then it's so important. I treat it like it's the beginning. You guys all in here, you got a job. They're like, oh, come join Fusion Power. We're going to make you a lot of money. And you're like, oh, Luke makes 1.8 million last year. You want to be like Luke? And you're like, yeah, dude, I want to be like Luke. I want to make that kind of money. I want to do this. Whatever. And then what happens is you get the job, you're around the other people, they tell you what all's going on because they fill you in on how things really are. But all of a sudden, Luke's like, that ain't how it is, dude. This is how it is. Look at my check. And you're like, I know, man, but Luke's better than us. Luke's not better than you. Luke can control this. Luke has said, I'm going to guard my mind. How many of you in here, if you're negative, can get close to Luke? You can't. Can you go up to Luke right now and be negative? No, he'll tell you to eat. Matter of fact, he won't even tell you that. He won't even give you the time. Okay, what does that mean? You want to be a winner? You want to win? Just take what a loser does. Write down what a loser is. Losers don't take care of their family. Losers don't work hard. Losers give up. Losers don't do hard things every day intentionally. Okay? Losers aren't kind to their team. Losers don't cheer their team on. Losers aren't loyal. Losers do all these things. Losers have self-doubt, and doubt is a traitor. Losers do all these things. And you say, well, I want to be a winner. Okay, flip it. Just flip it. Winners are loyal. Winners keep their word to themselves. If you say you're going to do something, you have to do it. Why? Would you guys stay in a relationship with somebody that constantly lied to you? No. Some of you, this last month, you guys, remember when January 1st, you guys were going to do all this? Remember, we're going to get in shape. I'm going to do this. I'm going to work harder this season than anybody else. 3 months later, you're not doing it. You can't operate that way. I'm here to tell you, this world, all of you that are losing, if you go tell the world all these things, they're going to say, oh, poor you. Listen, I'm going to tell you this right now. I am crazy. Crack me open. I'm physically crazy inside. To lose your mind to modern day society and pray for a 9-to-5 and hope one day to retire, or you can say, I can't believe that I'm alive in this era right now. I cannot believe that I am sitting in $1 million chair. I can't believe that today they brought a lecture, a speech, a conversation to the table that allowed me to pull out my old eyes and put some new eyes in. And to realize that how silly would it be at the end of my life if my life was my responsibility and I was in charge of me, that I couldn't change my life. Who's stopping you from changing today? You. I'm going to tell you something. Everybody, you don't need validation from anybody to change. This is a big one. When I wanted to change, I quit my W-2 job. I'm not asking you guys to quit your job today. I'm telling you to do your job differently. I'm trying to tell you, you guys are the luckiest son of a bitches on planet Earth. If you guys work for Fusion Power, you guys are lucky. You're lucky. You got great leaders. You got a great comp plan. You got a great company. You got a great company that stands for core values. Dude, you guys have everything you want. Now all you got to do is go look in the mirror. And if you go look in the mirror and you own your, all of a sudden, everything changes. And I'm going to tell you this. If I could show you a video, what was on the other side of you guys making a decision today to never change back, I would play a video for you at the end of your life when you went to heaven. And I don't know when it is. Some of you guys, you may have a week left. Get killed in a car accident. There was 3 people we drove by on the way here that were put in body bags. I had a good buddy of mine, his 3-year-old just died, got in a car accident. I don't know what to tell you guys, okay? None of us in here know when we're gonna die. If you died today, did you do what you came here to do? Did you leave a legacy? Did you change a lot of people's lives? Were you a good person? Is there gonna be thousands of people at your funeral saying, that guy changed me? You guys wanna live that way? You guys wanna live that way, right? Yes. You guys wanna be the standard and the example for this company? Okay, men and women, do you want to be the standard and the example for your family and for this world? Do you want to meet people and then say, man, I don't know what you do, but I know that I need to know you. You want to be that way? This is your chance. And by the way, if you become this, how easy is it to sell? Holy crap. We'll close everybody. How can someone say no to this? How could someone say no to a person that when they talk to them, all that comes out of their mouth is attractive, good stuff? Or is what you're putting out there attractive or unattractive? Are you taking care of yourself and becoming more attractive or unattractive? Is your marriage attractive and unattractive? And if you know that there's a hole and you know that there's a problem, do you have the courage to fix it? My wife, if we're fighting, she's not gonna go to church and hold hands. We're freaking getting this out of the way because we ain't gonna be frauds. We're not gonna be fakes. Guys, every day is a war. It's a war. Listen, you wanna understand how this works? This is the mind of a successful business person. You're all business people. This is your business. You guys have the ability. You're sitting in $1 million chairs to do what you want. Every day, moving forward, if you made a decision day to change, it is a war. It is a war between the old you. It is a war between the new you. It is a war between the devil. It is a war between God. The devil is telling you lies. You're not capable. You're ugly. You're fat. You can't do this. You have no idea. You're not built for this. You're weak. That's all a lie. And then what happens is you're sold on that lie. You're not going to sell anyone over here if you're sold on a lie. Or you can say, dude, I'm a freaking overcomer. Oh, we know what you did. Some of you, you're going to decide to make a decision today to change. Someone's gonna say, bro, come on, man. You're not fooling anybody. We know what you did last week. We know what you did. Them. Listen to me. You have no idea. Dude, the Apostle Paul was once Saul. He was a Christian killer. He took the Bible the furthest. Please tell me. Please tell me. Jesus didn't even go hang out with the righteous. He said those are Pharisees. You guys see this thing called a heart? Examine it. Examine it. You say, well, he cussed. He can't be a Christian. You're an idiot. The heart is what matters. Do you guys get it? Yeah. Okay, Jesus went in and flipped the tables, okay? He went in there and got pissed off too, okay? So you can take your little sensitive ass and you can wake up for a minute. You see this heart? This is all that matters to me. This is all that matters. You know how I hire people in my company? The heart. The heart's what matters. If you got a good heart, guess what? I can teach you the rest. We're made. Everything that you've been through in your life has taken you to this point where you're at today. Some of you have been sexually abused. Some of you have been, been through the worst ever. Some of you guys have all kinds of, man. Listen, you've been hurt. I know a lot of people are hurt. I see a lot of people really hurt right now. But people don't understand that the most hurt people are the people that can actually help hurt people. And 95% of the world's hurt. So if you got scars, I got scars. When I knock on their door, they got scars. The person next to you, they're trying to be cool, they got scars. When you can show your scars and say, hey, I'm gonna turn these wounds and turn them into my weapon, and this isn't a preacher day, this is how you live. This is your ministry. By the way, you wanna help a lot of people, you gotta make money. You have to, it's your responsibility, it's your job. There's some people that wanna go to church and they wanna open the door and they don't have any money and they got salary jobs. I'm cool with that. But there's some of you guys in here that have the ability to make a lot of money, to help a lot of people, and God will fill your storehouse in the sales industry by becoming a great leader and shepherding, right, people. And by the way, listen to me. When David beat Goliath, what was David? Shepherd. He was a shepherd of sheep. It was the lowest form position that you could have. The armies were lined up, and Goliath was out there and goes, hey, send your best one out here. We'll save everybody's life today. Send your best one out here, me and him will fight. And if I can kill him, we're gold. If I can kill him, you guys are our slaves. And if he kills me, we're your slaves. We're going to make it easy. We'll save everybody's life today. All of the warriors looked at Goliath, how big he was. How many of you right now, you got a Goliath in your life? It's really big. And you're like, you don't know what I'm going to. I'm going to tell you this. You're an overcomer. You're a conqueror. You're made for this. Anything that's hard in your life right now, can you imagine how resilient, how amazing, how euphoric it will feel when you overcome this? Can you imagine how much greater your testimony is? Can you imagine? Well, guess what? That little sheep, some of you guys would say, oh, this guy just sells solar. Bro, you just sell solar? You're the luckiest person on planet Earth. These people have no idea your earning potential. And you don't make time to explain to crickets why you're doing this and what you can make. You don't explain that. You just do it. And then when they see the life and they see what you get and they see what you're doing and they see who you become, then one day maybe they'll change and judge you differently. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Are you proud of you? Everybody, everything that you do in your life from this point forward, ask yourself this question. If I do this, will I respect myself more? Good question, isn't it? If I do this, will I respect myself more? If I go hang out with this guy that complains, will I respect myself more? No, I ain't hanging out with him. No ways. You say, Andy, he's your buddy. That's not your buddy. I'm your buddy. People like this are your buddies. Your buddies talk to you like this. And if your conversations aren't going this way, they're not your buddy. If you say, well, I don't have anybody, then you plug into this every day and you become that guy for someone else, and then bigger circles want a guy like you to come in. You create your own economy. You create your own reality. You create your own life. But this heart right here, David, he goes, I'll fight him. I'll fight him. They go, dude, you can't fight him. He's a Goliath, dude. We're the army. You've never even fought. He goes, dude, I'll fight him. Why? Because he knows who his God is. He believed in himself. You guys, when you go to a door, how important is that? Okay? How important is that you know who your identity is? I'm going to tell you something. Every time in my life I made a bad decision was because of one simple thing. I forgot who I was. I forgot my identity. Every time I'm around the wrong people, they make me change my identity, and that's why it's so important that you guys audit who you're around right now. You audit the places you go. You make sure that you make these decisions right now. I don't want you to waste 20 years like I did. Hey, I had to go through that. Now I'm telling you a message. I don't want you to go through that. Put yourself in my shoes for 2 seconds. Say, dude, I don't want to lose 20 years. Cool, wake up now. Never change back. David went out there. What did he do? They tried to give him a shield. You know what he said? Nah, don't need that. Where's the dude at? Dude, he walked out there, smoked that dude, cut his head off. That's what you're going to do. Every door you knock on, every person you talk to, I'm going to change this person's life. Dude, I don't even have pitches or scripts or conversations. I'm like pep talking everybody's ass all day long. You guys get me? You guys are your coach. You're your individual coach. And by the way, you guys all need a coach. Everybody needs somebody to help them go to the next level. And you guys have each other. That's what Fusion Power is. And then secondly, your job is when you're with these people, man, dude, make it count. Like today could be your last day. Like put on a show worth paying for. Like listen, and by the way, I want you to write this last thing and we're done. I want you to write this down. My job is to put my family in a good place. Okay? I don't know when we're all gonna get our last day. I know some of it's gonna come soon. I'm living like it is gonna be my last day today, and I'm cool with that. I'm ready to die. I'm giving all I got. Every minute of my day, I'm doing the things that have purpose to me. And by the way, listen to me. Nobody can distract me from this but me. You guys get me? You guys, no one can distract you but you. Okay, now listen. That world, when we walk back out these doors, what is it gonna try to do? Immediately have you forget about this conversation. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a hack. You have to take what I'm teaching to you now, you must learn it, and now you teach it to yourself every day. Crazy people have conversations with themselves all day long. Listen, they're in their head like, yeah, I'm gonna smash this right now today, man. I'm telling you, nobody shuts this down. Where are they at? Where are they at? Where's the customer? We're over here? Oh, here's the story. Yeah. Hey, man, what's going on? How you doing? Hope you have the best day of your life. You're good. You're good. You're in another place. You're in another state. And because you're in another state and you're in another place and you're the leader, when you talk to those people, no matter what they're thinking, no matter what's going on with them, no matter how hard their day is, no matter what kind of state they're in, transfer of emotion, boom, they become the perfect client for you. So it works. I know today's sales training isn't your typical, today I'm going to teach you how when we knock on the door, what we're going to say. I'm actually more interested in who you become. If you can become this person that you know you can become, by the way, every day, can you become better than you were the day before? Yes. That's the game. People think that I'm as good as I am now. I ain't even started. I'm about to smoke some fools. If God gives me another day, I'm going to make it count. Now, my goal with you is that my conversation today with you was not for me to be like, I don't want to be anything to you guys except for just to tell you how you should live, okay? If you love what I'm saying and you feel in your heart that this is what's right, maybe you've been waiting for a day to change, okay? Now, I'm going to tell everybody here, if you're not with Fusion Power, who's with Fusion Power? Raise your hand. Okay, who's not with Fusion Power? Raise your hand. Okay, if you're not with Fusion Power, here's what I want to tell you. I am interested in building the greatest companies. That's what I want to do. There's two things in this world that are really important to help someone make money: a great organization and great leadership. Would everybody agree? Here's my goal with Fusion Power. I don't know where you work. I'm not trying to recruit you, but I'm trying to tell you, I don't know where you're at, but if you're like, dude, I want more of this. Like, I like this. Like, I like what we're doing right now. I like this. This feels good to me. You're speaking to me here. This is what I want. This is what I want to tell you guys to do. Join Fusion Power. It's very simple. Unbelievable organization, which is why I want to be here with them. Number two, great leadership. But I'm going to give you a secret. Anybody and everybody that works for Fusion Power, we will not have leaders and then salespeople. Everyone is a leader. And if you work for a company and they're not treating you as a leader and they don't call you a leader and you're not growing like a leader, then you're in the wrong place. And I refuse to waste any more time. I could be at a lot of different places. I live here locally. I love what this company stands for. This company is about to grow to a whole nother level. You know why? Because they have the right core values, the right standards, they have the right leaders. Dude, listen, I grew the Elliott group really quick. Why? Because I made it a special environment in which we could all become badasses in and grow in. I'm going to ask you a question. If you're not with Fusion Power, answer this question. Are you in an environment right now that pushes you to grow every day, shows you massive love, but also knows that there's more potential in you, so they're never going to stop pushing you or coaching you so that you can grow every day? If you're not, you can scan this and literally you can join Fusion Power. With Fusion Power, I'm going to be coaching, talking, speaking. I'm here monthly, and I do things to help you guys grow. I'm just getting started. I got so much information, and I know I probably went over on time. Everybody knows if you don't give me a timer, I'm going to fucking talk to you guys for 19 hours, right? Okay, what time is it? See? But I could be here for 19 more hours because I didn't even give you 1% of what I wanted to talk to you about. But I figured the first time we get together, I wanted you guys to just see, hey, you guys see like that video? I wanted to play that in the beginning where I said, six-pack or you're fired, take your shirt off. The reason why most people think that that's who I am, that's not me. Who I am is a guy that got pissed off because I wasted time in my life, and my wife literally said, we've learned to live without you, and that really ate me alive. And I first went through ego, and then I looked in the mirror and I said, hey, dude, I haven't been present in my home, and I haven't even thought about what being a leader looks like. Making money is only a part of the equation, okay? I'd been very unresponsible in a lot of areas, and then I changed everything. And then secondly, I had to get pissed off to change. You can't just, oh, I'm going to change. It's not going to work. Listen to me. The internal voice has to be louder than the external voice. When you walk out here, you're going to have all these people that are going to say, dude, you're an idiot. You can't do that. You can't do this. And then here I am telling you, you have no idea what you're capable of. Guys, I know this today, just like I was that 18-year-old that jumped up. I know, and I said, I'm going to be the best. Some of you guys inside, you want to be the best, but no one else has ever believed in you. Here's your chance right now to prove it. Either prove them right or prove them wrong. Okay? So as a mental note, think about who's someone in your life that said something really hurtful to you. What was their name? What did they say? You'll never make it without me. You know, you'll never be, people like you I don't care what it was, right? You're a loser. You're poor. I don't care. What did they say? I want you to think about that. And any time that you think about not becoming what we just talked about, I want you to think about those people. And I want you to say, prove them right or prove them wrong. And listen, dude, when you're proving people wrong, oh my God. Dude, you get someone that comes out of you that's the most dangerous son of a bitch on planet Earth. So guys, I love you. If you want to join Fusion Power, I've kind of explained how that works. Here's the deal. No one in your life is going to change your life until you're ready to change. Does that make sense? Or my son, I want him to get in good shape. He won't do it until he's ready. And then finally, 2 days ago, he's like, all right, Dad, I'm ready. I get it, like I'm ready. And I was super happy about that. But it doesn't matter when I'm ready. See, guys, I'm ready. I'll show you my bank account. I'll show you my life. I'll show you what I'm doing. I'll show you everything. And I'll show you where I came from. I think that I can take you guys, what took me 4 or 5 years, I think I can take you guys there in 1 year. 1 year, that's nothing. How many years have you given up already? 20, 25, 30? Okay, how much money do you got saved? Is your house paid off? Or your car's paid off? How much cash you got in the bank? How much liquid assets? Let's get real for a minute. What really damage we've been doing? What are your relationships like? Is your family proud of you? Are you proud of you? Are you in great physical shape? Are you close to God? Let's talk about all these things. Can we get it all? Can we get it all? Yes or no? Yes. That's it. And when you walk around and you in here, you're putting intents in all these areas that are important to you, this magical thing happens. It's called moral authority. People look at you and they're like, son of a bitch, I need to know that person. So I love you guys. I'm grateful. I appreciate you. Those of you that decided to join Fusion Power, I'm super grateful. Fusion Power, you guys are awesome. We love you. Let's take over the competition. Let's kill it. Let's kill it. Let's go.